Wow, that didn't turn out as planned. Yeah, look, Apple's up, Tesla's up, Nasdaq QQQ is up, Amazon's down. Interesting. What is going on? Had I played any of the other big tech, Apple, Tesla, I would have been doing pretty well today, but limiting my risk reward scenario, I chose just to play with Amazon, and Amazon did not behave the way I thought it would behave. And interestingly enough, the volume looked good, above 100K on the very first candle. A little bit of a downturn. At this point, I chased the downturn because I was just thinking maybe there'll be a flush, so I chased the downturn. It reversed, lost 600. Okay, that's not too bad. However, look at how the QQQ started to go up, and Amazon would just not move up. Apple was moving up. Tesla, of course, started the push. I mean, geez, yeah, the way I always miss Tesla push. But anyhow, I was just focusing on Amazon at the time and just not even seeing Tesla push. And I was noticing, man, it would just not move, even though, and this little downturn results in a big downturn, a big, sell off on Amazon. And this was kind of a signal. It should have, even though I noticed it, I just, how could you play the downside? I mean, at the time, you just can't play the downside because, yeah, Amazon is lagging. It's not behaving the way it should behave. But how can you anticipate a downturn? Well, the best scenario would be to not even play it. And I just, for some stupid reason, I think it was on this candle, right? Reversal candle, head fake reversal candle. I said, well, let's just try one more time. And that one time, selling one call. Uh, at this, this is a pretty much one of the strongest signal for a reversal. But yeah, Amazon is not gonna have it. It's just a head fake because they give you this signal intentionally, and then guess what? Sold it off. And I was saying, okay, 100-day moving average, maybe it'll bounce. Yeah, more sold off, more sold off. So this looks like a behavior of option expiration to me. This is what they do in option expiration to pretty much blow up your account. Luckily, it's Monday. I mean, it's still very painful to abandon your discipline because at this point I was expecting a rally, and then at this point, yeah, I was just saying let's just hold on, and it just eventually stopped me out. Um, but look at that downturn. Wow, what is going on? All the way to level, all the way to 3100. So when they take it to the next level. I know that, but yeah, I mean it's really hard to have your discipline when you just pretty much convince the market is gonna be up. I mean, you just can't fathom that they're gonna take Amazon to 3100 when the QQQ is looking good, Tesla is looking good, Apple is looking good. So one car, pretty much one car. Let's show it right now. 3,000 lost for the day, but it's pretty much just one car. This guy. Actually, I sold the puts. Yeah, I sold the puts. Expecting an upturn. This is the car that I sold where I lost 600 on the beginning. So those puts cost me 3,500, and if it was option expiration, the IV curve would have jumped really high. I mean, the IV curve still jumped pretty well from 45 to 81, but an option expiration, this would probably cost 10,000, 20,000. Especially if I double down, that would have been a $20,000 loss. Instead, a $3,000 loss. Not good, but lesson learned. So what is the news? What's going on with Amazon? Why should it be down when the whole market up? Amazon hiring 100,000, so that's gonna cost more in their margin. And it's pretty much a one-day kind of news. Tomorrow can be an upgrade. Anything can happen tomorrow. This won't carry over. I don't expect this to carry over. However, it may carry over in the morning. Um, so I'm expecting Amazon, since the queue is looking good, and you look at the queues, it's sitting above the 5-day moving average, and it's sitting above this critical these two critical candles. So the queues, along with the market, if you look at the market, everything is up. SPY, DIA, let me see. Financials up. Retail is pretty weak. Maybe that's why Amazon is weak today. I didn't really look at the retails. But maybe that's partially the reason um why Amazon is weak. But this should be a good catalyst for tomorrow for at least a gap up. So I expect a gap up on the Qs, and Tesla is gonna gap up. I mean, this guy is back to being pushed. Amazingly enough, missed all of that Tesla push. Uh, Apple, yeah, look at how it moved all the way down here, then all the way back up. Apple is another pretty much extreme to extreme. I think I'm just gonna play the options as far as buying the options and not selling the options, because this the volatility right now is so high that if you play the intermediate into the out, the stuff in between the extremes, you bound to get hurt one way or the other if you're selling options. I think the safer play is to buy the options. Um, but Amazon look to be a gap up tomorrow on a gap up on the Q, and I'm expecting a sell off on Amazon. It's gonna flush out anybody who tries to buy in on the pre-market and try to bottom dip essentially at this 3100 level. There's probably gonna be a flush tomorrow. However, I don't think the flush will hold up. The buyers will start to go in because of Wednesday. Wednesday is Fed FOMC meetings, and normally they're not gonna crash the market on the FOMC meeting for Wednesday. So um I'm expecting at least a rally, a continued rally tomorrow. And if you look at the McCullen oscillator, this is a green candle, so that's positive, a green candle. So it's showing a reversal on the McCullen oscillator. It's not red. So how many red did you get? One, two, three, four, five, six. 6 days of red and then a green. And was over here you got one, two, three, four, five, six. Let's go over to, let me see where you over here doing the well, you can't really benchmark during the coronavirus, but even then you got one, two, three, four, five, 6, 7 days of red. So 6 days of red is decent enough for, I think, an intermediate, another green. Let's see where it bounced to. I'm expecting a bounce probably to at least this level. Uh, yeah, at least to this 20-day moving average. Let's just say they do it on, let's say by, okay, Tuesday, Wednesday's up, and maybe on Thursday it'll penetrate a little bit, and then it'll fall to the weekly. I'm expecting a test of 280 and then maybe a reversal candle. So maybe Thursday and Friday we'll have a reversal candle. So hopefully you got something that hit 280, and then by Thursday, Friday, you get some kind of reversal candle back to 275. So if that is the case, it'll go up, and then Thursday will be the reversal candle. Friday would be a sell-off, and that would set up for next week for some kind of major turn down next week. But for right now, Tesla is the one. I mean, if you miss, I miss Tesla, unfortunately. Look at the Tesla options. I was just kind of kicking myself because I just, trying to minimize risk reward, and I still end up losing 3,000. But yeah, wish I would have played Tesla now. I mean, in hindsight, look at all this volume. This is such a classic push. When you have this much volume, if you have this much volume, you look at the news on Tesla talking about something about Elon Musk tweeting out of many exciting things to come about the batteries. I mean, all it takes for a catalyst is a tweet, a little news here, an upgrade, a stock split. And I can go with Amazon. I mean, tomorrow Amazon could have some kind of news or tweet from, well, Bezos don't normally tweet, but it could be a upgrade tomorrow, and Amazon would start flying. Who knows? If there's no news, I expect a gap up and a smackdown or some kind of fast sell-off signal before the longs would get back in and get control of it. But Amazon, yeah, looks very bearish right now. I mean, just from a technical point of view, but it just, yeah, it's just weak. I guess it's just the weak retails. I didn't even realize that the retails were just weak, but it's still above the 5-day moving average. Um, but Amazon especially looks very weak. I mean, no one right now would want to play the upside, but it could be a bear trap. I mean, it could very easily be a bear trap. Could regain this 50-day moving average tomorrow. And the volume isn't all that great, but it can come in. Yeah, I just can't imagine Amazon crashing right now. On news that 100. I mean, that's just 1-day news pretty much. And the shorts got a hold of it today, but so much miss on so much missed on Tesla being. I mean, Tesla was the candidate to play today on the push. I mean, geez, look at this. Just even the options is showing a a technical support here on the 410 options. I mean, how often do you see that 100-day moving average support on the options? I mean, geez. Here it is on the VWAP support. Yeah, when you see this type of volume and a continued push, I mean, this is where you just gotta get in. Man, I keep missing the push, but what do you do now? I mean, it's hard to play it after where it is right now. But Tesla is a thing of its own. It can do whatever. It can keep going, and I won't be surprised if it keeps going. Maybe, yeah. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on Tesla tomorrow, see if there's any opportunity to get in. As long as the Qs hold up tomorrow, should Tesla should be a good play. Um, Better play than Amazon. I really don't know what Amazon is gonna do at this point because it's crazy how it's behaving today. But it could just be one day after tomorrow flush out. Maybe regain strength and show cleaner signal. Yeah, disappointing day. But luckily it's not option expiration. That's why I don't play option expiration for the most part, or you play differently because geez, option. I mean this The reason why option expiration is so dangerous because the IV, the theoretical value is so low on the options, and if you're selling it, once it starts to run, that IV just jumps up tremendously, and it's better on option expiration to play buying the calls, buying the puts, buying the options, and you say, well, why don't you play the option for the previous week? It doesn't. Yeah, you can do that, or the next week. Why don't you play the options on the next week? Sometimes I do that, but the behaviors on option expiration is so crazy that I don't like to play even the next week. I mean, yeah. But this is definitely like an option expiration for some reason. I mean, just on some stupid news like that. I don't know. Weird manipulation on Amazon, but let's see how it goes tomorrow. And maybe I don't even touch Amazon tomorrow because this type of behavior may continue for at least a day or two. Maybe stick with Tesla, Apple. These tend to be they're not clean, but at least if you play the extreme, and I might just buy the options on the Apples and the Tesla. Buying the options. Although, man, how can you buy the option on Tesla? It's just, I mean, geez, how much further can they push it, right? I mean, maybe I just stick with Apple tomorrow, or stick with the indexes just to play small. Sometimes I will stick with the indexes like the Qs and well, I don't really play the SPY, but the Qs. So that's it for now.